We've got Glenn back for
G'day guys, and Gord back.
And Gord, yes.
Yeah.
Although we sort of had Gord, but just a more loquacious Gord. John Walter was playing the redhead on...
Did you ask him if he's got ginger nuts?
I've had a few comments saying that I'm definitely the better looking of the two redheads. I was very happy with those comments.
Really? You beat a 1 out of 10 because you're 2 out of 10. Well, fucking hell.
Anyway,
he's a good style bloke, Walter.
Top style bloke.
Ginger Nuts 2.0, John Walter, and Snowy, he was in the squeeze box, and there were complaints about his mic, so I've turned Glenn's mic right up.
Yeah, can you
Let's
hear
see
me?
how that
Can
goes.
You hear me? An interesting little meeting tomorrow at Randwick, guys. Smallish type fields. Tread warily. I think the last 5 or 6 Randwick meetings we've had, they have thrown up some doozers, even from like form perspectives after the race. You thought, really, how did that do that? And from Mountain Galbania, like you just go. So I don't know. I'm excited, but I'm also tentative, cautious. Yeah.
Well, the other interesting thing is that the feed is from Warwick Farm 2 weeks ago, so that was a Randwick meeting at Warwick Farm. You put a Warwick Farm Saturday meeting down, and you instantly perceive that it's inferior.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Well, it's just Warwick Farm in Canterbury. It
Just
doesn't have the same stature.
Yeah.
But the horses that run around, even though they're on a Saturday, tend to be lower grade as well. Like
Yeah, I don't quite understand. But I mean, Petrosian, for example, wins a Saturday race at Warwick Farm. It's hard to imagine it happening at the other 2 tracks.
Yeah, after PRing, tempo was. Yeah, anyway, interesting.
So rail 10 metres, which could mean a number of things.
Means a bit down the outside, doesn't it?
I think so, but it's not impossible to be the other way. The balance probability said down the outside. And an interesting 2-year-old race 1, where the favourite is actually Colossimo, who we haven't seen, albeit in barring trials, of course, $3.80. Dracaries is $3.90, $5 Commanding Witness, $5.50 Assimilate, $7 Gresham, and $8.50 Gretzky, who I'm sure was a lot longer in that race on Wednesday. This must be a lot weaker race. Commanding Witness looks to head straight for the lead. He's had a 900 and 1,000 up to 1,200 at home. Hieronymus outside gate. That's a no-brainer, isn't it?
What's a no-brainer? It's just that's where it'll be. And let's just quickly, I don't know if you guys mentioned on Monday's show, but Hieronymus riding 3 winners last Saturday.
Oh, we didn't mention it, Glenn. We said, oh, that was just a black swan.
He rode 3 winners, the kid. Like, for fact. We get the
yeah, but didn't he murder the horse that Bite had go at?
Yeah, R-Bite Sam. R-Bite them. Yes.
Yeah, they got beaten head.
Don't worry, they've got like. See, you obviously haven't watched the show, Glenn. It got 10 minutes airtime.
Oh, Hieronymus did he?
Well, yeah. So it was like the honorary G Pollett segment.
Oh, good. You spoke about Hieronymus. Good. He's
Yeah.
a freak.
So look, I imagine that Dracaries is not too far away from gate 5, and had Colossimo posing up, and I had the other 3 back. Do you want to? You may as well debut, Glenn, given that you're fresh.
I'm going to tip Commanding Witness, guys, straight to the lead. I think it's an obvious bet. I think you do a good job. The fact it's going distance is a tick. The fact it's got Hieronymus is a tick. Outside draw is a tick. You know where it's going to be at the bend. I think $6.50. It's a fair bet. I want to have a good look at number 1 in the parade, because while bringing wet track form to this race, I think it's a talented horse. We've got little Blake on it tomorrow. Blake
did the dirty on you in the last at Gosford yesterday, Glenn.
Well, I backed the favourite. I don't know. Sat outside the lead. He worked the lead, and he continues with his style of just holding the horse together. I don't know if that's the right style for this young man.
Could work better at Randwick.
Possibly. All these Ty Anglin and these riders who are just a couple of lengths inferior to Blake, they come out, they're cutting horses in halves and getting him.
What about the idea that he's spent a month riding in the US and he had some success?
10 winners or something.
He's bound
to acclimatise?
To come back a little different.
Anyway, got on a favourite yesterday at $1.90, started at $1.70. Should have absolutely won the race and didn't. They got him. I don't know, I'm not mad at them just sitting there. I know he's
Particularly at the track, Glenn. Like those tracks, you've got to get going around the turn.
Yeah, and you saw a massive difference of Anglin getting his runner going around the turn. Did you see the last race, Gord? Yeah, it was like you could see his horse was fully revved on the point of the turn.
Yeah.
That's why your Anglins and your Clarks, and like your Hawkesbury's, Gosford, stuff like that, they're just lethal.
They're gold. They're gold. I'm tipping 3, guys, so I want to have a good look at number 1. Look, it's a race I couldn't put the pen through any runner, and I was interested in Mounting Up Mile. I was interested in your boys' sorts. Go.
Well, there's 2 horses hard in the market here off Kembla race, which was a deep race in some senses, but it was also a fast run, last man standing sort of 1200, which would look to feed a mile race to me, not a 1200 metre race on a Saturday in town.
Fair comment.
This was pretty stylish, but
Right, so what are you doing with 2?
really the best run in that. But, like, it was a better run than a Simulate.
Yeah, but Assimilate's having his first start, he's having his first run at home, he started a lot shorter, he actually beat at home.
Campbell run where it got beat, it was 20s.
Yeah, I know, but I mean, it lightly raced Wallow. It's first up, now second up.
All right, is that way you going? Is that the way you're going?
Ignore the SB. No. I'm keen on Dracaries. I think it's the best horse in the race by country mile. If Glenn gives me the nod that it's ready to go first up, it'll be winning.
Okay, so it started 440 in a slipper trial. I know it was a bit of a dodgy slipper trial, but it had the worst lane. That was a fence on fire, you know, up the inside day. Why is it 3 to 1? It's Snowden. It's resuming in its second preparation. It debuted with a win. It's had 2 city runs.
What do you think of the trial, the last trial, Goodwood?
I thought for a Snowden trial, ridden a little bit harder than what I'd like, but not bad.
Against the older horses.
It is resuming at 1200.
Yeah, I know. So that's it. So yeah, I suppose if it was ridden like that and it was over 1011, I'd have more of a problem. But you find in the yard, it just wins.
Okay.
You know.
All right, let's talk about the favourite.
Yeah, the Wallace stable change.
So it was trained by Stephen O'Day, I think, in Brisbane. Won her first 2 starts, a shorty at the Gold Coast on a Saturday, and then a Saturday race at Eagle Farm, but then she was very long odds, the same course and distance in a proper race.
Yeah,
Stylish barrier trials. Excuse me. Holy dooly! Fuck, I had to get that out. Hugh Bowman, is that the
2 blanks. 2 blank meetings for Bowman.
2 blank men. And what about Young Abdullah? What's wrong with everybody? He doesn't get a ride to race 5.
It's a conspiracy.
Yeah, it's the fix is in.
Yeah.
Like, for fuck's sake, you go, oh, what's Hugh on? What's Brenton in? Oh, no, Brenton. Oh, just that. Small fella. Race 2. What's Hugh on? Oh, yeah. What's Brenton on? Oh, no. He's going to ride to race 5. Like, honestly, he's come from absolutely nowhere. Has not attached to one stable. He's on the amount of wins in because he gives every horse every chance. He tries on every damn thing he rides. And he fucking can't get a ride to race 5. Like the last week of a premiership, it's just disgusting.
Well,
That's
like his manager.
Has
he been doing
now we're back in jockey managers.
Well,
Look, we're enough trouble with
Isn't he
jockeys.
responsible for getting him the rides?
I don't know. I don't know how it works. I just think it's interesting that.
I wasn't so taken by these Colosimo's trials. I thought for Waller it was ridden a little bit harder than I'd like to see, and I thought.
Well, it's resuming at 1200 as well, off a long spell.
Yeah, no, but you noticed Seahampton, who came second to it in the last trial, was under a tight hold. And
I do all my preliminary work for this show, obviously, and then I have got them all at home in a queue, and then when the scratchings come through, I put prices next to them. I think I marked it 6th pick, 5th pick.
Yeah.
I didn't know why. I didn't realise it was favourite until you said it. I try not to look at what's favourite because
I didn't realise it was favourite until I saw it.
Yeah, I told you. I actually don't like listening to the prices a day out, but anyway, because I've got to do this little venture we've got here.
Oh, and RacingRant just refused to help you out as well. Show me your black marks.
Yes, I just don't look at them.
The highway, we've already got 2 scratchings. Matthew Dunn. Matthew Dunn could have given Abdullah a leg up here, and he's done the dirty on Abdullah. Like, dead set, you've got to cross him. You've got to cross Matthew Dunn off your Christmas card list if you're going, don't you?
Yeah, exactly.
So it's out, and Point Percy. So 1 for 1. Bowman's gone as well. $2.80 Sun Craze. $5 on the Fiddle. $7.50 Last Try Wins. $9 Nick's Vendetta. $11 Salesman. $17 Magic Ali would be next pick. Now, Nick's Vendetta obviously pushes well forward. Salesman posies up, and I'd say they're the 2 in the van. Sun Craze really should not be far away tomorrow, stepping up to 1400, drawing wide with blinkers on.
Look, I was really impressed with this horse in the parade the other day, and like I know it got beat, but you start worrying about horses that have had 6 seconds in a row, don't you?
It's funny how well it travelled in the run at Newcastle and how poorly it travelled in the run at Warwick Farm.
Again, the Warwick Farm feed. What do we do with that lead-up race? Do we say that's the race to lead in this race, or do we go the other way and get away from that race and head to
where are we going? We're going either Last Try Wins or On the Fiddle.
Yeah.
On the Fiddle has won from Gate 1 at Goulburn on a day where I'd say Gate 1 was not an advantage.
Yeah.
But, Gord, you've got a good handle on this horse. Where do we put him in this race?
I just don't think it's anywhere near the fastest horse at Sun Creek.
Well, the other line is your Marco Man and your other thing that was down the bottom at Warwick Farm. They both ran in that Acton race that this horse was clearly very unlucky in, but that was the bunch finish, and they were not competitive in the slightest at Warwick Farm.
Okay, so we're off on the fiddle. Well, that leaves us with just tipping one last chance. I suppose $2.80 Sun Craze is a fair price.
It's about right. Salesman did look to do really overachieve there from the inside at Warwick Farm, stepping up from 1,000.
I agree with that.
He's a bit of a surprise.
And that's what got me a little bit of a poo-poo on the race, maybe. So do we head back to Glyn, who comes back in distance, comes out of a proper Class 3 at Scone, but artistic beauty, and G. Buckley off.
Great chance. G. Buckley off.
G. Buckley off. It is 34 for 3, but this horse ticks a lot of boxes. This horse was originally trained by Lees, wasn't it?
It was originally trained by Jimmy Lee, and then it went into Michael Costa.
Right.
Oh, no, actually it was Kevin Moses.
It's got barrier 12 tomorrow, Brett Kavanagh. It's
and 1400 is its best distance, I think.
You go back 5 runs, runs 4th of 9th, beaten 3 1/2 by So Willie, Stampede, and Ancient History. I'm tipping last try wins. I'm with you, mate. What price is it?
$7.50.
We just got to keep our fingers crossed for good Glen. I think we'll get good Glen tomorrow. It's hard to be bad Glen this type of race.
Sun Craze. I know it's come second and you get a little bit of a scare, but it's sort of half had some excuses for all of those seconds.
Well, no, hang on, can't stop. There's a huge excuse. It drew inside the other day. Right? The fact that Salesman went with it is a slight worry, but nevertheless, it drew the wrong lane at Warwick Farm.
Drew the wrong lane, and then the start before it had Buckley on it. And then the start before that, it got beaten by Clipper, and they...
Who's favourite in the mares race?
Yeah, so, look, I think it deserves to be shorter than that. I just say to Brown, don't try and ride cute, man. Just leave it in a spot where it's got plenty of room.
Yeah, just be there.
Come down the outside and it'll win.
Yeah. I don't want to lose on the $2.80.
Yeah.
If it's evens, I'm going to lose on.
And I'm not going to lose on last try win. So they're the two.
So I think we found that the chink is maybe the fiddler on the fiddle. And maybe we can dismiss one a bit too, because maybe it got all its Christmases last start.
Yeah. Yeah, I suppose. Race 3, 1,100 metres, fillies and mares. We spoke of Clipper earlier. She's here as favourite, $3.50. Bigelow to RGR.
Bigelow to RGR. Good.
$4.20 Memes, $5 Magic Alibi, $6 Upscale, 13 Secret Trail, 14 Sangiovese, 15 Nassac and 19 Positive Problems. Memes you would expect to hunt along the inside there.
Funny, when I did this race, Mark,
yeah,
who was also last pick? Clipper.
Right.
Like it's a fucking highway horse.
Well, highway and gone to Melbourne, two key negatives, aren't they?
All right, so she's been penned there. Anyway, Memes and Clipper are up front, Nassac and Sangiovese in the next bracket. Any thought that Upscale might be ridden? She was ridden off the pace the other day with poor effect. Her 1,100 metre form 12 months ago was all about being right there. Is there
She's an obvious chance tomorrow, and at the price she's going to be, I'm going to win on her. 4th up.
Magic Alibi, Positive Problems and Secret Trail are all in the back 3, I think. All right, so you've penned Clipper.
Well, I've penned Clipper. I don't want to win on Memes from barrier 1. I don't know what to do with Magic Alibi.
It did throw itself at the line the other day, Magic Alibi.
Yeah.
And 1,100 is probably better.
Yeah. I'm still forgiving of Secret Trail, guys. I think it's going to be big odds in this race and not hopeless.
That's got ISO-rich form.
Yeah, well, that's a worry. I'm going to lose heavily on Clipper, and I'm not going to win anything on Memes. So therefore, what I'm saying is I'm going to win on nearly every other runner.
Gordo.
On my little Betfair app, betting away.
I really struggled with the race. Yeah, I admit, Clipper has those key negatives, so I had to pen it. But, the form lines, even though they've pushed some of that other form lines, is pretty solid.
Who did beat 2 starts ago? Name the horse.
Ivan, which came out 1/6.
It's an ant.
Yeah, and Nick Top went to the bush and smashed a field by about 4 or 5 minutes.
But you're talking about bush form.
Yeah, but it did actually...
It ran time as well.
It ran time and actually beat them by a considerable margin. Look, I'm
I'll be surprised.
I agree with you. I'm not backing it, but I'm just...
Making the case for it.
I'm scared because...
Don't be scared.
I'm not going to be betting in the race. Like I do like what Mark was saying there about number 2 Magic Alibi. I mean, resumed in the right race and then did get the job done last start. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. And one that's trialled all right is number 6 Positive Problems. Not my kind of bet.
Has trialled very well, but and then I was thinking so hard to catch, so trialled so very well, went into an unsuitable race and was found out. It was like, this is a good indicator, but 1,100 metres first up is just doesn't seem right.
Stable flying.
But what about the fact that Clipper is DF?
That's the only tick you can find. It's the only ticket. I just don't. Look, I understand.
But I call it negative DF.
Oh, yeah, whatever.
Let's
Whatever.
talk about its price. You said $3.
$3.50. Yeah, it's not a very good price.
Like seems line, but like, you know, I think if you absolutely loved it in the race, you got to mark it 5s.
Yeah, I think that's a good way to put it.
Someone like me is probably 10s, and somewhere.
Well, it will be, because if you marked it last pick, you're going to struggle to be single figures.
Again, you know, when you go to race meetings, you got these are your chances, and these can't win. I get to Randwick now. I bring these ones in, and these push. It's more.
Yeah.
You know, I'm so like. As Mark Sheen tweeted after the last Randwick, when can someone tell me the next Randwick Saturday to tell me to go to the movies? He doesn't tweet shit like that.
I know. There's a lot of our, in fact, there's a lot of our viewers that say, I won't bet on that goat track.
Yeah, I know. That's all right. They've got jobs, and I have to bet because I'm sick.
Race 4. We're getting shorter. It's 1,000 metres this time.
See you good horse, you guys.
$4 is Star Cross. Sorry, $2.90 Super 2, $4 Star Cross, $4.80 Could Have Been. That's the bulk of the market. $11 Dorf Star, 12 Lion Couchant, 15 Salerno, 15 Legerity, 17 Pro Consul, and for the sake of completeness, 26 Walk Right In. Well, Lion Couchant will do his best, but Super 2 just leads Star Crossed. Could Have Been Parks, and you would like to think Legerity would race a bit closer tomorrow. Quick backup with blinkers on, off a did not participate run 10 days ago.
He did not, but he was drawing wide open. It's nice in the park with the sun's in.
Oh, it's beautiful, isn't it?
I like the park sometimes. Here at RacingRant Park, whatever
Glenn,
they call it.
this filly has been shown fleet foot at her trials. She's
well above average, man. Well above average. Talk about number 5, guys, Super 2, who looks to be the dominant first pick here.
It's interesting that her Saturday credential is Canterbury, isn't it? You know, she's got this. She ran in those 2 thick races in Melbourne, but she actually doesn't have a Rosehill or a Randwick Saturday string to her bow.
She's a 1,000-metre specialist. She's had 3 goes at the distance for 3 wins. Just think she's just a little rocket. I think she's well in with Deeney's claim. Oh, follow the weights. You know, the main danger there, Star Cross, he's also a very nice horse, but does have a stink of only chance. Or
they were lining. There was a queue forming to come and tell you that he wouldn't be winning at his next start the other day, wasn't it? Like, I don't know why you were the conduit, but it seemed that there were 5 people at Canterbury, and all 5 of them had a bee in their bonnet about the horse after the race.
Well, White Acclaim was one of the dangers in that race, and like.
Bump into Super 2, but did they know that?
Anyone watch White Acclaim in that race? T. Clark.
He rode it beautifully, T. Clark.
Yeah.
Right, he couldn't go head to head with Star Crossed, so he deliberately jibbed at the start to find the fence behind the winner.
Yeah.
He maximised his position. He either runs 5th, putting it to the favourite, or he runs in second, didn't he?
No, I just felt it was a race where what I'm saying is Star Cross just seemed to have
favours.
Lots of favours.
I'm just saying, Philip Atkins, scratch Star Cross and run it round in the Saturday next weekend, because I wanted to back him.
Ah, come on, God. He's a male up against 2 pissy females, Super 2 and Could Have Been. Both of them are there to be pricked.
Super 2's moral.
Hey, it'll win.
All right. Okay. Well, first of all,
we're talking about White Acclaim that race. I will ask.
White Acclaim's not in this race.
Ask a few questions. Now, when the horses parade at Canterbury, right? First of all, when a horse has got 62 kilos and you're a genuine spur rider, sometimes you leave them off, but that's because you get down the weight. So I take that on board. But you're 62 kilos, you've got to have the spears on if you're a spear rider.
Yep.
No spears last start, White Acclaim. And then when you watch horses parade like I do everywhere in the world, the slowest bloke in the world to get on a horse is Huey Bowman.
Right.
He gets on last, like he's just like the best. And I actually said to him, do you ever get on early? He said, well, why would you get on early? White Acclaim, T. Clark got on, it did 3 laps.
Oh, with the big weight.
With the big weight. Then the other riders got on. I just sat there going, really? Like he
Did you notice the walking axis of White Acclaim changed as it was getting tired?
White Acclaim walked out on the
feet started splaying.
I just went,
legs were splaying.
Leave me out of White Acclaim today. Now that's just from a punting perspective. Tim, you might be dirty that I think them thoughts. You might like to get on the saddle 3 fucking laps earlier than everyone else because you want to warm the fucking saddle up. I don't know. But I don't know why it didn't have spears for a bloke who always puts spears on, and why he did fucking... All right, I might have exaggerated. It wasn't 3 laps, but it was a dead set minute before any other rider got up.
All right, he won't be doing that here because he's a genuine chance. Let's just forget the lead-up race, which was won by Salerno, which tells you to forget it.
Exactly.
Like Lion, Cashant, Salerno and Pro Consul, they'll be looking for those horses here. Walk right in is a 3-year-old, Perry, coming back in distance. T. Clark, it drew the slow lane there at Warwick Farm.
Off a $71 SP.
It drew gate 1. It could have started 700s. Gate 1 that day in that race,
okay.
Nil chance.
Oh, I agree, nil chance. CSN that runs terrific, beating 3.8.
I'm saying that this horse is alive in this race. This is last looker. This is when when Starcross has put it to ask the question of Super 2.
They're not going to. I heard him on the radio this morning.
But he's a fast horse. He won't not be able to.
Be wary backing blouses at 1,000 metres at Randwick. They do not fucking get into the race. It's the weirdest track.
Is it actually a blouser? I saw this horse race up on the speed in a fast 1100 at Canterbury 12 months ago, or 9 months ago.
Oh, by the way,
anyway, let's look.
There's 2 massive ticks there, and it is really long on, isn't it?
Let's get Timmy to email into the show. He's going to send us an email on why he got on, why to claim 2 minutes before any other rider. That's what I'd like to know. 62 kilos. Fucking hell. I backed it, of course. That's already on. Fucking what a
I can't believe you whinge about anything.
Oh, fucking...
You're whinging about a jockey getting up a couple of seconds early.
Wasn't a couple of seconds! It was fucking like 2 minutes. Poor little thing. And then you want to both come in and tell me it was ridden perfectly. Gives me the shits.
It was ridden perfectly. But I'd suggest him getting on it early was not perfect.
It's ridiculous.
Do you actually care about that much?
Oh, I just think that it's unnecessary.
Huey Bowman gets on last every start and he's about to win the premiership.
It's unnecessary.
He's about to win the premiership in a one-goer because no one can beat out Ballarat chance. What a fucking game this is.
All right, so we'll finish off part 1 with the 3-year-old race.
Oh, just quickly, by the way, talking exactly what I'm talking about. I been just driving, got pulled over.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Pulled over for speeding?
Yeah, of course. Bloke come and looked at me, couple of your license, looked at my license, walked away, came back, he said, he said, can you just slow down for me, mate? He said, I can't book you. The things those jockeys have done to you. That's what I'm fucking talking about. Another fucking RacingRant fan. Yeah. So the bloke down there just south of Goulburn, who's a bit of a RacingRant enthusiast, the things that, I can't book you, mate, the things those jockeys have done. So fucking that's exactly, that's what I'm talking about, the 62 kilos walking
and
around.
what was the speed?
I was doing 126 in a 100 zone.
Oh, so yeah, that's...
Yeah,
well, if you were doing 131, he would have had to book you?
He just felt that sorry for me. He just said, love the show.
He saw your petrol light blinking as well.
Love the show, love the show, but I can't write you a brief. The things those jockeys have done to you in life. That's fucking fair commentary. So another fucking tick in the old... Can't believe he got me though. Fuck, I hate driving south. North they never get me because I know exactly where they are. Anyway.
Right, so all's well that ends well. Race 5, spending to win $3.10.
Wow.
$7 Argent Door, $8 Parlez-Vous, $8, sorry, I missed $6 Aquatic down the bottom, $8 Parlez-Vous, $8 Superstar Bob, $9 Catachak, $11 Time Out of Mind, 16 Nick Tock, and $23 is Scratched Cadogan. We don't have to put up with him again.
He scratched Cadogan, is he?
Yeah, he's scratched. He just came out just before the show.
Didn't mind him, $41.
Right, Nick Tock takes it up for Dean D'Ampagna, and spending to win Posse's up. Had Parlez-Vous on its back, and next best to be Time Out of Mind. He's coming back in distance, so I can't imagine it'd be that close. Yeah. So look, there's just 3 up front there. Now, here's my question for the race.
Yep.
Parlez-Vous returned the other day, drew inside, sat on the fence all the way, started $12, looked a really good run. Argent Door drew the fast lane out wide, started $19, looked just a run, and it's shorter than Parlez-Vous here. Why is that?
Don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either. Well, it shouldn't be. So why have they done it, Mark? I don't know. Do you have any?
Oh, I was just curious to know. I could only find one horse that was any danger to spending to win, and it was Pollett.
Yeah, same.
I just got no feel for the race because every time I look at the race, I keep thinking that spending the win's going to win, and I don't want to tip it. It's just
1,200 metres. Is that any issue?
second up over 100 metres. It's a little issue, mate.
All right. So the bottom one has actually been running right through the line. I know it's a hateful horse.
Suited back to the 12 though. It's
But
a horse that's flying.
It is really going well.
It's going really well, and it's a horse. I think that there's a slight chink in it at 1400. It's come out and run second last start. I think back to 1200. Would have preferred it was 3 weeks off, not 2 weeks off, but has a lot of numbers next to its names. And when you look at its career, it's 15 starts, 1 win. So.
And that's here at 100 to 1.
It's a hateful horse.
Course and distance 100 to 1.
100 miles rated that day. 100 to 1.
All right. So talk to me. Why is Catachak in the market, for example?
I don't know. I'm really uncomfortable with the race. I was hoping you two give me lead.
Well, I know that. Gord, what price do you want to take number 1? Number 2, sorry.
Number 2.
He wants $3.
Anything black's good. Well, he
Fuck,
just
that's
wins.
short.
Yeah. Oh, I know I'm going to get more than that, so obviously I won't be taking that.
So obviously you're going to be on it.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to be backing it.
I
I was really impressed with its run last start.
Yeah, it was a good run. It was it was highly vulnerable, wasn't it, Glenn?
Yeah.
It was, just sitting there to be bloused.
And didn't you mention to me that it had a bit of improvement as well? So
No, I definitely, I did.
Yeah.
You specifically when you had asked me.
yeah,
I said it's 3 lengths off its best. And I said, do you think it can win the race by 3 lengths, remember?
yep.
And he said, maybe. I said, well, you might be right then. It got beaten 0.8, so we were both kind of right.
But if that's the case,
That's what I told you. I was uncomfortable with the race.
oh, okay. Well,
'Cause
why are you
I'm-
uncomfortable? Just stamp it and say it wins. Like,
Because I'm uncomfortable stamping.
Glenn
horses
doesn't do
second
that.
up.
oh, okay. So that is the little query.
Glenn and I can see so much grey all the time. It's
Yeah,
that
it's like
poison of being bashed and battered and
Yeah.
ground down by 30 and 40 years. You just see all these negatives. It's like you have to brush them away all the time, don't you?
Yeah, you're still shitting yellow. Wait till you start shitting brown and become an adult. Like, you just fucking...
Hey,
whole life is just...
one question: does Parlez-Vu's run put a bit of a?
Yes. The fact that it was hanging in tough there on the inside.
Oh, you guys are just going to fuck me. I'm going to have to stop coming on. I don't like this lack of clarity.
Just give us one
Superstar Bob is in the market. Our highway horse that did a good job in his first preparation. He resumes in his second preparation. The highway race he ran, I'm not much a rap for, although I suppose Clipper was in there.
There was a bit of a rap on the horse.
Nick Tock.
Time out of mind. I thought Glenn really put it to the sword last start at Warwick Farm.
Bad Glen last start.
Bad Glen, but
But it's not
that
Glen.
race. Well, and also it's that older horse's race back in distance.
Bad Glen, is it bad Glen to good Glen? If it's bad Glen to
Well,
good Glen...
I suppose there are seasoned horses here, like Time Out of Mind, Aquatic particularly, that represent some danger in this race because the horses I think are the 2 chances, 2 and 7, are second up.
Second up 100's a chink. Especially the way it paraded that day.
Yeah, and it had a toughish run. Don't stop confusing me, seriously.
All right, well, Gordo needs a durry break, so we'll go.
Yeah.
We'll finish off
I'll get
part
another
1.
credit, and I've got a good little
Vignette.
story to start us off.
Oh, good, good.
We'll look
Oh,
forward
when
to
you
that.
go away, there's just all this freshness.
I'll tell you what.
Story making.
We might put you on a roster
on
here.
a roll?
No, we're on.
Oh fuck! I won't talk about
We
one.
might put you on a roster of a rolling roster, like one show every 2 weeks.